Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 18. Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Here's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there, 56. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
On second down, it's Anderson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Ricky. Check 4.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Back to Mixon on first down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 44, Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts, and then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield. Before he's brought down.
Emmanuel Sanders. A gain of 13 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
21. Go ahead. Mike Button.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Man open, it's Goodwin. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
50 Mike, 50
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Coleman now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Hands up! Lead! Yeah, 5-6.
Mike 54.
Hands up!
From the 25 on 2nd down. Dalton, the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Hands up! Lead! Hot! 93, 52, 93, 44. 44. Hands up!
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half, as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Heavy.
Check 37.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey! Mike 7.
54. Mike 54.
Hands up!
Play action now. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Go!
Watch the run. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touch. Down 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Gold to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Niners 20, Bengals 7. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Dalton sets up play action. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
53. 68. Check 56.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man. This is Tate. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And Dalton to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Garoppolo now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down.
And this is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards the pickup, first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Now Joe Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mike's 54. 3 buzz.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Here you go. 93, 52, 93. Guys, have it.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And able to find Green. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Dalton off play action. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Come on, here we go.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Coleman on the draw. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back has bred this big defensive tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now here's Ross. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now the throw hauled in by Green. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Geno Atkins got home that time. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch
2 by 2.
54.
Move.
Stop your running. Right there. 54. Right there.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Got his man. It's Eifert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. What we got?
368.
54's Mike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Another chance for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And it'll be Dalton again. Green brings it in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And Dalton's throw on target to Tyler Boyd. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dalton picked off by another Horned Frog. Jason Verrett, 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Hands up, lead.
56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Here you go, kick.
Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 35 on 2nd down, Garoppolo throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 7.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin the drive with Coleman. He's got a first down and more past the 30 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Here we go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Garoppolo gives to Breida. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about them.